and I'd be like, it feels so nice in here. Oh, everything is wonderful. She said, then I would look at my kitchen pantry and I'd think, well, this is unacceptable. Because you start telling yourself, these are the boundaries around my life. How many of you have linen closets? How many of you have towels? And sheets, washcloths, that fit in the linen closet, right? Right? Do you know what most people do when we need towels? We pull out a towel and we realize, you know what, this is not the softest towel in the world anymore, right? You know, it's looking a little raggy, oh, it's got some stains on it, this is not looking so good anymore. So we make our way to Kohl's or Target or Walmart, and we buy ourselves some new towels, right? And you know what we do? We bring them home and shove them into the linen closet full of things that are less than what we want in our life, right? What is our argument? What do we say? Save it for something special. You know, I'll wash the dog with this towel or something, right? Every single time that I do a seminar, I try to make it really, really clear. Decluttering is not about living this minimalist, cold, stark existence. That is not what it is about. If you came to my house and you walked through my house, I had a ladies' meeting, and we had like 150 people came through our house. Not all at once, it was a little house. But it was like a buffet thing and potluck, and they came through the house. And this woman actually, as she's taking a tour of the house, she goes to me, you have a bed. Well, I don't hang from the ceiling. I don't have like people don't, you know, everybody's got stuff. We all have stuff. My house does not feel cold and stark. Decluttering is really, at the very heart of decluttering, it's about clearing out the stuff that just doesn't fit your life, that's not supporting you, that's not working for you, that's creating obstacles in your life. Decluttering is very different from organizing and cleaning. And most people lump them all together, which is why when they think, oh, I've got to declutter, it seems like this huge, enormous, monstrous deal, right? It's not. Decluttering is the weeding out, the deciding that this is what my life is today. And so the things that don't suit it, don't fit it, don't work for it, need to go. And if ever I get into pottery again, I'm going to trust that those things will come back, right? That's decluttering. Organizing is dealing with the stuff that you have decided works for your life, that makes your life work, that you need, that you use, that you love, and making it nice. Creating systems so that it supports your life, that there's some flow. I gotta tell you a secret. Oh, and cleaning, that's it when you get out the Swiffer and you actually scrub things. That's a whole other ball. It doesn't matter how many pretty baskets you have in your house. Okay? It doesn't matter if all the clothes in your closet are color-coded and hanging the right way. If it is clutter, you can never organize clutter. It's still, by definition, clutter in your life. So, most of you, there will be some. Yes, some of you came here because you go, yeah, I've got clutter. I know, we got it. Some of you come because, oh, my husband's got clutter and we need to figure out what to do about that. But some of you come and you say, I just need some organizing tips. You know, I don't have clutter. Everybody's got it. Everybody's got it. We may not all have it to the same extreme, but everybody has stuff in their life that we haven't yet made the decision to pass on and move forward, right? Do you need it? Do you use it? Do you love it? Now, when I do a declutter, for myself or for a client, I do it pretty straightforward, pretty simply. My goal is to touch things one time, to make a decision, move forward, so that when we step out of the space, they really do see an automatic difference in their life. And so I use what I call the box method, and it's common. Lots and lots of organizers use it. I take a couple of boxes in with me. And the first one is always in my head. The first one is what I call my boundary box. And the boundary box is just the image of how much space I actually have to work with. Because I have to tell you, if you have something that you say to me, I need it, I use it, I love it, but it doesn't fit into your house, you need to make a decision about either letting the thing go or finding a space that it works. Because if you don't, it's going to be a block all of the time. You have to use the boundaries that are there. And so, if I'm going to declutter the living room, I actually kind of take a mental image of how much space I have in the living room. And I vision how I want to move in that space. Is it a space that I need lots of like spread out room? Okay? Or is it a space that I don't mind if it's a little snug and a little cozy? So I set up my boundary in my head. Okay? But then I actually take a couple of physical boxes with me. The first box that I take with me, I use my laundry basket. Okay? And I call it my not here box. And the not here box is for when you go into a room, you set it in the middle of the room, and you scan the space for all of the things that are in that room that have a home somewhere else. Okay? Now, because here's the problem, because we're all human, and this is what happens in our life, okay? We will go in, we'll get up in the morning, we'll say, oh, my vision today is to declutter the living room. And so we go into the living room with the best of intentions, right? And we walk in there, and we're on a mission. We go in, and we pick up Bobby's shirt that he left on the floor in the living room. And we march it to Bobby's room, and as we are hanging it up, we realize that there's a whole pile on the floor that he has not hung up, right? And so, as we're bending over, we see that he didn't make his bed. So we turn around and we make his bed. We see dirty dishes under the bed. So we pull the dirty dishes out from under the bed. We go to the kitchen. Nobody unloaded the dishwasher last night. So we have to unload the dishwasher. We scrape the plate. 6 hours later, all we have done in our grand plan of decluttering is remove one t-shirt from the living room. Remember what I said. I want to do this much work and see that much results. So by taking the not here box with me and knowing that the only things that go into the not here box are things that have a home. And not only do they have a home, a permanent home. I'm not talking about the temporary home where they've been sitting for 9 years and you hate that they're there. I'm not talking about that. They have a home, but not only do they have a home, you do need them, use them, or love them. They still fit into your definition, okay? So in the not here box, you're going to put things like the shoes that you're always tripping over, or the remote for the television upstairs, or the blanket, or the toys, or whatever, okay? Now, when you're filling the not here box, I want you to keep a couple of things in mind, all right? The first one is, how many times do I put this thing in the not here box? I'll give you an example in my house. In my house, I have children. And a husband who thinks he's a child sometimes. We'll edit that out. And they take off their shoes when they come into the house. And so when the Empress enters the house, I am constantly tripping over somebody's shoes. And I am constantly saying, these don't belong here. And one day I woke up and had a revelation, and the light bulb went on above my head, that said, maybe they do belong here, and I need to give them a place. And so I created a space in the bottom of the closet where all of the shoes go. And now, the Empress doesn't trip anymore when she enters the house, which is a very, very good thing. And so, how often is it in the not here box? Second, do I really use it in this room? Because a lot of times we will pull things from one room and we constantly are going back and forth. So really, let's talk about simplifying the space, okay? So that's the not here box. The second box that I take is the biggest box. And I actually prefer to use a black garbage bag. Because boxes, what I have found is if you use a box, people want to look inside the box. That's not a good thing. And then I started using like the white kitchen garbage bags, you know. And then I discovered that 8-year-olds can think through white garbage bags.